Look, this is the fastest cannon of the game in action. Look, the Torpedo, close targets. It's insane, guys. All the weapons, guys, here we go. And it's going to be 190,000. Yeah, 191,000 points. Now, I will try the burst damage with all the missiles of this American bomber. Look, okay, so that's a problem. They destroyed all of the missiles with the air defense. He wasn't using flares. Look, that's the air defense in action. I'm not pressing any button to destroy the enemies. Look, 5,800 points. That was a lot of damage. Okay, I'm gonna show you the burst damage of this bomber. Look, all the missiles there against the Gerald Ford. And look, 263,000 points. Guys, the December update is here, and today I bring you all the new weapons and the new free submarine and also more free rewards. For example, the Torped 47 is a new torpedo available in the ranked store, so yeah, basically it is free. And with the VIP battle pass we have more interesting weapons. So like this video right now and subscribe to my channel for more gameplays, tutorials and news about modern warships. First of all, here we have the Sunwelt because we have the new weapons, as you can see. As you can see, this is the new VIP camo of the December update. I like it, look. That's a cool sphere there. So let's start with the important things, the new weapons. Look, here we have the Primetron cannon available in the VIP battle pass. The first thing that I have to tell you is that now this is the new fastest cannon of the game, even faster than the Archer, but this is a railgun, okay? So the firing is not going to be as fast as we do it with the Archer. Also, the area damage. Pay attention to this because the area damage is 1,000 points, even higher than the area damage of the L-52, the German cannon. So maybe we are talking about the cannon with the highest area damage and also the fastest cannon of the game. That's crazy, guys. Look, we have a burst damage of 87,800 points. That's the total damage with two cannons, and also if we add the area damage. The reload time is 7.35 seconds. I think that it is good. For a damage like this is more than enough, and also an explosion radius of 266 meters. The range, 17 kilometers. Yeah, the range of the railguns is impressive, and look at the speed, 1,166 knots. As you can see, the speed of the Archer is 1,117 knots, so this is no longer the fastest cannon of the game. So without even trying it, yes, it is totally worth it. Now, we have a new laser, the Iron Beam. I'm pretty sure that this is going to be part of the premium pass, and we have some interesting stats with this laser, because if we compare it with the HPLS, we will find out that the burst damage of this laser is actually higher than the burst damage of the HPLS 100. 13,836 points, and the burst damage of the HPLS 10,725 points. Look at this, the reload time is the same for both of the lasers, 4.20 seconds and 4.20 seconds. Also the speed and the initial speed is the best. The range is the same, so basically I can tell you that this Iron Beam is actually better than the HPLS. I don't know if it is better than the Alka. Brother, the burst damage of the Alka is really high. And also, okay, the reload is 5 seconds, but the Alka is more useful to destroy strike fighters. I think the Iron Beam is going to be more effective to destroy missiles. But yeah, those are the important news. We have a new laser that is actually better than the HPLS 100. The thing is that we don't have area damage with the HPLS while we have it with the Iron Beam. So basically both the Primetron and the Iron Beam are totally worth it. Now, here we go with the free submarine, the ROKS Jang Yeong-sil. The first thing that I have to tell you is that it is a small submarine. Yeah, kind of. I like it because it is effective when you are trying to avoid the cannons and the grenade launchers of the enemies. We have a good speed, 22.7 knots, but a low durability, 409,500 points. Similar to the durability of the RF's trash, but we don't have any weapons here. There's no cannon or grenade launcher, only 2 slots of ballistic missiles and the anti-ship missiles. That's the only slot in which we can equip ballistic missiles. I'm using the Lachner here. Of course, this is not the equipment that you receive with this new submarine. And I have the IRAS here because I never used this missile. Remember that this is an anti-aircraft missile that can be launched from underwater. And here we have the new free torpedo. I want you to pay attention to these guys because here we have some interesting stats. Look, the speed, 130 knots, is a fast torpedo. But there are other stats that most of the players ignore, and those are really important. I'm talking about the acceleration time and the initial speed, which are extremely good with this torpedo. 6.78 seconds is the acceleration time, and the initial speed 11 knots. That's really good, guys. Now, here we have the damage. By the way, this is not an anti-torpedo decoy torpedo. It is affected by the torpedo traps. And we have a damage of 29,900 points. It is 89,700 with the 3 torpedoes that we have with this submarine, and we have a reload time of 7.35 seconds. The target acquisition time is really good, 1.20 seconds, actually better than the Akja, better than the Type 89, better than the A-Star, better than the Poseidon torpedo. Is really good. It's one of the best target acquisition times. Also, keep in mind that, as I mentioned earlier, the initial speed is fast, so if there's an enemy close to you, this lock time plus the speed is going to be deadly. We have a range of 9 kilometers. Okay, the range is not the best, and the best part is that this is a free weapon. Now, I want to show you the rest of the stats of this submarine. We have a good oxygen capacity, better than the Belgorod, better than the RF Strash, better than the CN Type 096. Look, 260 points. That's good, at least. There's no stealth, but we have a view range of 9 kilometers, the maneuverability 3.9 points. Okay, so far I see good stats with this submarine. It is not special, but it is free. It is going to be interesting to watch this submarine in action, and yeah, here you can use nuclear torpedoes, and that's going to be a lot of damage. Now, we have a new strike fighter and a new bomber. Yes, guys, look, here we have the XB-70. Look, it looks like the Concorde. I love it. The design is insane. Just because of how it looks, I'm gonna tell you that it is worth it, okay? We are not going to talk about the weapons. It is good. Nah, it is a joke. We have a good burst damage, 243,000 points. We have nuclear missiles and some powerful bombs, okay? Only 3 slots, no free fall bombs, by the way, no lasers, no anti-flare, and no anti-submarine missiles. It is really fast. As you can see, 133.9 knots, the afterburner 176.9 knots, and the maneuverability 58.5 points. The view range 12 kilometers. Oh, we have stealth 8. Nice. The cooldown 25 seconds. Okay, that's impressive. The durability is low if we compare it with other bombers, 23,400 points. And here we have a new strike fighter. Pay attention to these guys. Here we have every type of weapon, including a new feature, because I think this is new with the strike fighters. It's the first strike fighter with an air defense. Yes, guys, these are not the same anti-aircraft missiles, because we have anti-aircraft missiles here. The RBS-70 is a missile that we can use to destroy both air and surface targets, and the air defense is the Demiurge. I guess it is a missile system, because as you can see, there are no tail guns with this strike fighter. And also with the cannon we can destroy air targets too. So maybe this is going to be the best strike fighter to destroy air targets. But that's not all, because we have 3 missiles that are not affected by the flares. Yes, guys, we have the Sea Breaker, it is anti-flare. Also the KAPD 350K is a cluster missile, and the Bofors M70FS. Yes, guys, this is a grenade launcher that can destroy surface and underwater targets. So yeah, basically an anti-submarine weapon. We have every type of weapon here: anti-aircraft, anti-submarine, anti-flare, cluster missiles, machine gun to destroy air targets, and an air defense. Totally worth it, guys. It is going to be part of the VIP Battle Pass. I can tell you that this is going to be one of the best Battle Passes in a while. The burst damage of this strike fighter is 190,000 points. Now, as you can see, it's a slow strike fighter, 93.5 knots, and we have a minimum speed of 25.3 knots. The afterburner 117.6 knots. The maneuverability, good, 117 points, and the debut range 9.6 kilometers. Okay, the stealth 1.2, and the cooldown 40 seconds. The squadron size is 2, and the durability 11,050 points. Look, before I try all the weapons, I'm gonna tell you that everything is worth it. All the weapons, the air defense, the cannon, the submarine, the torpedo, the strike fighter. But I'm not sure about the bomber, guys. I'm not sure about this one because there are no anti-flare weapons, there are no anti-submarine weapons. Yeah, the burst damage is really high, it's a fast bomber, but I think we need something else. Also, some player told me that these missiles get intercepted easily. So we will try to find out if it is actually worth it or not. Now, I want to show you the rest of the camos of this December update. So, here we have the free one, Mystical Cosmos. I don't like it, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Yeah, this is the free camo. And look, the premium camo, Zodiac signs. I like it, yeah, we have a few cool effects, as you can see. Yeah, it's a cool camo, it is worth it. And the Celestial Glove. I love this camo, bro. I can't stop watching this thing. Now, here we have the new avatars. I guess this is the free one because it's the worst. Here we have Selena, okay, I like it. And the Demiurge. Okay, cool avatars, yeah, these two. Only these two are good. I'm going to equip this one. There was a massive rebalance with some warships, including battleships like the Yamato and the Demiurge, but I'm planning to make a separate video about it, because it is a lot of information. So, I want to start with this new bomber. Look at this. It's so cool, guys. It's cool, I'm not gonna lie, but I have a few problems with the equipment. Look. The missiles are extremely slow. Look, this is the nuclear missile, and 43,000 each one with a burst damage of 86,000 points. Look, the second missile, no anti-flare as you can see, really slow, bro, look at that. 105,000 points, the burst damage, and the third missile, even slower, 73,000 points. Okay, I'm gonna show you the burst damage of this bomber. Look, all the missiles there against the Gerald Ford. And look, 263,000 points. Now, the strike fighter in action. Yeah, as I told you, the maneuverability is good, but it is too slow. The speed is 93 knots. And I'm going to start with the anti-submarine weapon. Yeah, this grenade launcher. I want to test the accuracy. And okay, I want to get closer. 20,500. What if we do it from here? Okay, 32,800 points. That was better. Now the cluster missile. Look, this one. Let's go for the Gerald Ford here. Look. If I do it from here, we can fire the missile, but if we get closer, we can't do it now. 56,000 points with the cluster missile is anti-flare, as you saw it, and we have another anti-flare missile here, the Sea Breaker. Look, I'm going to use it here. Yeah, I was thinking to do it with another warship, but okay, 52,000 points. Also, this missile, the RBS-70, can destroy surface and air targets. The damage of this missile is... I think it is 28,000. Something like that. Look, that's the air defense. Yeah, it's a missile system. The air defense of the strike fighter. Okay, I want to test the damage of the cannon of this strike fighter. Look. Okay, give me more. 21,430 points. Okay, now the burst damage. All the weapons, guys, here we go. And it's going to be 190,000. Yeah, 191,000 points. Now I want to test the air defense of this strike fighter. And there's a game changer, because if we can destroy enemy missiles with this air defense, this is going to be the best strike fighter of this game. Look, that's the air defense in action. I'm not pressing any button to destroy the enemies. Look, 5,800 points. That was a lot of damage. Now, I will try the burst damage with all the missiles of this American bomber. Look, okay, so that's a problem. They destroyed all of the missiles with the air defense. He wasn't using flares. All the missiles were destroyed. Look, I'm gonna try it again. He was using flares, and now we can try to use the rest of the weapons. Look, all the missiles were destroyed. Okay, not the nuclear missiles. So yeah, the durability of these missiles is bad. Now, the air defense in action again. Look, I see a few strike fighters here. I'm going to destroy them with the air defense. Okay, no, maybe the helicopters. I want to test the range too. I see more helicopters over there. I'm going to use flames. And let's go for those helicopters. Look. I'm not even using the anti-aircraft missile. 5,000, and can we destroy the strike fighter? Come on. Bam! He's gone. Nah, this is insane. But I don't see the air defense working against anti-aircraft missiles. Is it going to work now? What if we do it here? Nope, it's not working. So basically the air defense doesn't work against missiles, only against helicopters and strike fighters. Now, the submarine. I want you to pay attention to the acceleration and the initial speed of this torpedo. The Torped 47, and here we go. Look at this. So fast. And we are going to hit the Demiurge. Yeah, the burst damage was 89,000 points. This is the IRAS missile, 33,800 points, and yeah. So far I like the maneuverability and the speed of the submarine, and as I told you, it is small, and that's something good. Even though we don't have the best equipment, I think this submarine is totally worth it. Look, the torpedo. Close targets is insane, guys, with close targets, because the lock time, as I mentioned, is 1.20 seconds, and look, the torpedo is really fast. That's good, that's good. Okay guys, here we go with the Zumwalt, because we're going to test the Primetron cannon and also the new laser air defense. I'm using free-to-play missiles, the X-51 and the HQ-26, which was a free reward in previous events. So look, the laser and the railgun, 87,800 points, the damage of this railgun. Look, this is the fastest cannon of the game in action, 87,800 again, the damage, sorry, the reload time is 7.35 seconds, if I'm not wrong. Again, 87,000, HQ-26, and okay, the missiles were destroyed there. Okay, I have to destroy you now, buddy. Again, a lot of damage with our cannon HQ-26 again. Buddy, I need you to get out of the way. And bam. Boom. A lot of damage, of course, bro. Even in the offline mode, I'm assist cat. Hello, my friend. Don't you want to test my new railgun? 87,800 again, the lasers. What? The lasers were destroyed. Yeah, I have to play as a pay-to-win player with these bots. What happened there? I have to give you a kiss. The railgun again in action. 87,000 guys. He was destroyed, right? No, he is firing missiles, but now with the railgun and the lasers, I'm gonna do it. Wait, how are you still alive? Okay, finally, we did it with the railgun. Okay, we have the Massachusetts there. There we go. Bam! 87,000. Now the lasers. Boom! Another one. Okay, this is the last one. No, we still have two warships. There's the Fearless. Come on, we can destroy the Fearless there. And what is the carrier? Oh, it's here. Ooh, 181,000 points with the cannon and the lasers. Here we go again, HQ-26, the cannon, and bye-bye, my friend. Another easy elimination for me. Bam. Okay, we are going to destroy the Fearless. Come on, buddy. Cannon, HQ-26, and the lasers. Bye-bye. How can you survive to that? I'm gonna give you a kiss. Oh, no way, another assist. So, here's my brutally honest review. This camo is good, but the free camo is trash. The new cannon, the Primetron, is totally worth it. With this speed, the area damage, such a unique cannon. The Iron Beam is worth it. It is a better version of the HPLS. The ROKS Jang is not the best submarine, but since it is free, we have everything that we need. The Torpedo 47, totally worth it, free weapon with a fast acceleration and initial speed, also a decent damage. So far good stats with this Torpedo, totally worth it. Now we have the new strike fighter, the FS 2020. Is a must-have, guys. I told you, we have the anti-aircraft missile, we have the air defense, the cannon that can destroy both surface and air targets, plus 3 weapons that are not affected by the flares. Yeah, we have a cluster missile, a grenade launcher that can destroy submarines, and also an anti-flare missile. I mean, it makes sense that the speed is 93 knots, because just imagine if this was faster. We could be talking about the most broken strike fighter of the game. Now, I'm not sure about the Bomber. As I told you, if we talk about the design, yeah, you should have it if you're a collector. It's an incredible Bomber, but I don't trust these missiles. The durability of the missiles is not the best, plus we don't have anti-flare or anti-submarine missiles. So, personally, I wouldn't purchase this one. But yeah, since you're going to purchase the VIP Battle Pass because of the rest of the weapons, you are going to receive it anyway, so yeah, there's nothing left to do. I hope they buff the durability of the missiles at least. Now, I want to read your comments. What do you guys think about this Bomber, the rest of the equipment, all the new features and the balance changes with this update? Remember that we are going to make a separate video about it. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more gameplays, tutorials and news about modern warships.